So make sure you guys are going into the mindset of saying, hey, if I'm going to be trading any sort of penny stock today, I'm going to want to be doing that at the start of the day. All right. So what can we be getting involved with today? What are going to be the stocks that we can get after? What stocks are we going to be trying to make that nice big money on? So if we look at our morning newsletter, there are a few plays that have some potential towards us. We have about 4 to 5 stocks that I think have the best potential, right? 4 to 5 stocks that have, some of the best potential towards it. And those plays are going to be number one, MITO, number two, CBIO, number three, RKDA, and number four, TCON. These are kind of the top plays that I think have some of the best potential to really take on off and really get some nice momentum towards it. So what's the number one play I'm looking at? It's kind of split right now between number one and number two, but I am looking at MITO. All right, and why would I want to be looking at MITO? What is anything good about MITO? Why are we even focusing on this play whatsoever at all? Because if we look, MITO is the number one top loser. It's down 57%. The stock fell from $14 to $6. So why in the world would I want to look at MITO? Well, for a dead cat bounce play, right? What's a dead cat bounce? Dead cat bounce is when a stock was up so high and then falls like 8, 9, $6, like a huge amount of money, right? If we given back and went from $14 all the way down to almost new 52-week lows, the 52-week low is 497. If we fell all the way back down to this point, right? What does that show us? That shows that this stock had a massive drop for some reason. Now, what was that reason? Well, MITO came out and it's missed its primary endpoints. So it came out with its phase 3 trials, and you could see it did not meet its primary endpoints. You guys already know one of the best keywords to look for in hot press releases is what? You want to have positive endpoints. You want to have positive phase 3 trials and reach your endpoints. So what do you think would be the worst press release in the world? Reverse that and say you missed your positive or you missed your endpoints and had negative or bad phase 3 results. So if you miss your endpoints or you have a negative phase 3 trials, right? What would happen? The complete opposite reaction of going up, which is going down. But MITO, since it did drop about $8 here, what could we possibly see here? A possible little shoot on up. The stock people may see this as bargain prices, and traders are going to say, okay, I'm going to get in at $6 and try to ride this thing until it gets up towards maybe $7, maybe $8, right? So MITO, this is one I want to watch out for, just because I think since the stock dropped $8, is near 52-week lows. Some people may say, hey, this thing is, a very great play to get in right now, even for a long-term trade, because we're all the way down at the bottom, right? So, we didn't, we see that the stock is all the way down towards the 52-week low, and people are going to be like, hey, it's a bargain price. If I want to hop in on a day trade, I'm sure people are going to hop in. If I want to hop in on a long-term investment, people are going to try to hop in around these areas. So this is why I'm looking at MITO for that dead cat bounce play. I'm looking for MITO to drop on off. The lower it goes, the better. If it wants to come all the way back down to $5, that's absolutely fine. And then we can look for a possible entry for that stock to break through $6 and get some hype and get some momentum. So MITO, dead cat bounce plays, something I definitely want to be looking at today. One I want to possibly be getting involved with. After that, we have CBIO. CBIO, there is no news on CBIO this morning. So why am I looking at CBIO? Because it was the number one top gainer of yesterday, right? CBIO was the number one top gainer of yesterday. This is what everyone is, looking at. This is where everyone's focused on yesterday, and it was an awesome play, right? If we look at about a 5-minute time frame of yesterday, we saw CBIO go from 485, shoot all the way up to 730. Then at the day, it went from 570, ran all the way up, finished the day right below $8, right? Finished the day right below $8. So CBIO today, I wouldn't be surprised if this could possibly break $8 and start going on a nice rip and a nice climb back on up, right? Now, what I personally wanted to see is I wanted to see CBIO gap down a little bit and then start climbing. Where's it? Did I want it to gap down to? I wanted to gap down to right at this red line. And what does this red line represent? That red line represents the 200-day moving average. So the 200-day moving average, always a very nice area for the stock to possibly get a bounce play. So even if it does start falling today, it could be a nice mid candle breakout pattern for a mid candle for a bounce play off that like 717 mark. The best thing would have been if it gapped down overnight towards right around 717, got in there, and then it could just kept on slowly building buyers. The tough thing now is if CBIO comes down to 717, what does that mean? It means there's more sellers than buyers, right? So the stock is definitely dropping off a little bit. So CBIO, definitely need to be careful on this play. We see that we're definitely having a little see that the stock is holding on up, holding its gains. The stock is a decent float play at I believe right around 8 million in float. The stock was a top gainer yesterday. All eyes are still on this play. Break of $8, we could get some hype. You want to see what was the press release yesterday that started bringing in this attention? CBIO had a global licensing agreement. So a global licensing agreement. Let me double check what that float is for you guys. 7 million. So we have a license agreement, 7 million in float, previous top gainer, stock holding its gains. Something I definitely like, right? Something I definitely like, something I definitely want to be looking at. So CBIO going to be watching that one for either a break of $8. If it breaks $8, watch for a quick pop up towards like 850 to 875, and then a possible dump down to the 200-day moving average. If it dumps down to the 200-day moving average to start with, I think it could U-shape up and around. So kind of like what it does at the start of the day, I would kind of watch for like the opposite move. So for example, if we have CBIO open up right here at 780, if the stock, option one, if the stock starts breaking upwards, I think it could definitely spike really hard at the start of the day. But then I do think it's going to start probably come back on down. And that's where you can see the 200-day moving average. Or it's going to do what? It's going to drop at the start of the day, U shape on up. And then at the open, right, is where you can get the breakout. And then that could be the 200-day moving average. I do think that 200-day moving average is going to be touched soon, though, with that 717 mark. I think regardless, it's a good bounce area if you guys are interested on it. It's just, again, a little tough to determine which way the stock is going to be heading. If that's either at the bell, if that's either a break of $8 and a nice spike, or if the stock is going to be doing what? Or if the stock is going to be dropping at the start of the day down towards around 717 to U-shape back up and around. So, it's just two different options right here. We got to see which one's going to happen on CBIO. But CBIO and MITO are the top two plays that I am looking at to kick off this day. What else am I looking at? Well, I do want to keep my eyes peeled on TCON, but TCON kind of reminds me of what? Like LXRX, right? Like this is kind of what I'm talking about. We have seen, how many times have we seen this week where the stock spikes super hard? Like LXRX went from 450, spiked all the way up to 622, now all the way back down to $4. Even though LXRX has good news, people are not going to want to get involved with a stock that has all sellers towards it, right? People don't want to get involved with a stock that spiked on up and then just dumped all the way on down because it shows that it had buyers, all the buyers left, and now again the stock is coming on down. Same exact thing what we're seeing with like TCCO, right? Or excuse me, a TCON. The stock spiked from 278 all the way up towards around 380, and now is all the way back underneath $3. It's kind of showing that this is where buyers were at, but then again, all the buyers left, right? I as I always think about it in kind of like my weird childish way, right? Think about it as that movie, Independence Day, right? With those aliens, right? What is the purpose of like those aliens? What do they want? A lot of times they would go from planet to planet. They just suck up all the resources, right? Once they get all the resources they need, they blow up the planet and go to the next one. So again, what we have right here, they all run to this one, all run to this planet, take everything they need, and then this planet dies on off. And then what happens? There's a new planet over here. So they all run over here now, suck up all the resources, blow it up, then go to the new planet over here, right? That's kind of like what volume does to stocks, right? That's what like how a lot of these plays happen. Only instead of aliens, it's the stock traders, right? It's us, right? Just an easy, weird little way to think about it. So if we have stock A start spiking, right? Guess what happens? All the buyers run into it, spike it on up, and right when they're happy, they say, "All right, we're happy," and then everyone dumps it on off. But now again, what's going on here? Now again, everyone's just sitting around. This is the mob. This is the traders just sitting around waiting for the next play, right? And then what starts to happen? Hey, look over there, right? Look over there. We're starting to have another mover. So then this whole entire mob right here comes flying in on this play and turns it into a very big spike. And once they're happy with their gains, everyone sells and it starts dumping on down. So that's kind of like what we've been seeing is people run over to TCON, spike it up, dump it on down. People run over to LXRX, right? They make their money. Once they're happy with their money, everyone sells it and dumps it on down, right? So, everyone again, dumps it on down after they kind of make their money. So yeah, we just need someone to save the world. Exactly. So that's why I'm not interested in LXRX. That's why I'm not as fond of TCON, just because it's kind of everyone kind of sucked up everything they need out of that play, right? They kind of sucked up everything they needed out of that play, and now they're kind of moving on from it. What else do we have that I want you guys watching? We do have a press release this morning on RKDA, right? So we do have a press release this morning on RKDA. It's not the biggest press release in the world. They're just saying for a limited time they do have a good wheat flour that is sensitive for stomachs. So for what they have right here, limited time, they do have good wheat flour, which is sensitive to stomachs. And again, not the biggest press release in the world, but RKDA is one that traders always like to watch, not only because the stock has gone from $2 all the way to $10, but this was the biggest spiker of 2018. 2018, this was the biggest spiker. This stock went from $5 all the way up to $67. So RKDA went all the way up towards right around $67 was its peak, and total right around the $62 climb. So whenever traders start seeing RKDA come out with news, people usually do get excited. So it is one that you may just want to keep on your back burner because that play definitely could get a little bit of hype and a little bit of momentum. All right. I know you guys are also talking about a previous top gainer of yesterday, which was MNPR. And MNPR didn't even come up on the, there wasn't even a chart yesterday. Trade Ideas didn't even have a chart. So I just typed this in, and this is the first time I'm seeing it. MNPR is a brand new IPO. Brand new IPO. Just like LMPX, guys. What did we see? LMPX went from $5 and shot all the way up to $44, right? MNPR, this play, right, opened up at the price of $8 and shot all the way up to $24. So this one went on a beautiful climb. This one went on a beautiful rip, a beautiful run, right? And we were able to see a massive, massive pop on this play. So MNPR, this is one that we may want to be watching today as if we see any continuation. Now, what's the scary thing about MNPR, though? The scary thing about MNPR is it is a little bit of a coin flip, right? It is a little bit of a coin flip because the thing is, we don't have any past chart history. We don't have a 13 EMA. We don't have a 50-day moving average. We don't have a 200-day moving average. We don't have an RSI. I don't even think MNPR has a float right now, right? It's just right now we don't even know if it's overvalued or undervalued. So it's very, very tough to be able to say MNPR, this is going up to 34.75. This is going up to $50. Oh, next resistance line is 26.82. It's like, where are you getting that from? There is no reason. There is no past on this play, right? When a stock comes up on a new IPO play, we don't know anything about it. It's like being back in high school or middle school where a new kid shows up, just moved here, right? And you say, oh, that's the new guy, right? Oh, is he nice? Oh, I don't know. Is he cool? I don't know. Is he good at sports? I don't know, right? He just walked in our classroom 20 seconds ago. So we don't really know how MNPR is, right? Until we have a little bit of history behind it. But if you wait out and miss, you may not get this play MNPR if it keeps on going on up. So it is a little bit tough, right? It's a little bit tough to see how high MNPR is going to go because it's just a little bit of a coin flip, right? A little bit of a coin flip, but hey, it's moving up. Profit's profit. Money is money. I know some traders nailed this one yesterday just because how big of a move and how big of a rip it really did. So those are going to be the top plays. Now let's see what you guys are thinking. What's your favorite play? And I'm gonna say, what stock will do the best today? So what stock's gonna do the best today? What stock should we focus on today? And again, those stocks are number one, MNPR. IPO play is going to be number two. We're going to go with the dead cat bounce off MITO, right? Stock just dropped $8. Are we going to go for the dead cat bounce on MITO? Or are we going to look for a previous top gainer, CBIO? Those are the top three I'm seeing right now. Top three plays: MNPR, MITO, CBIO. These are the top 3 plays. Everyone go vote. So everyone go vote. These are the top 3 plays. Just want to type them out for you. MNPR, MITO, CBIO. And I think we can all agree that these plays, if you like them or not, these are the ones that definitely have the eyes towards them. They definitely have the attention towards them. Look real quick, JASN. JSN, maybe a little bounce play. I had the squeeze about 3 days ago, but not really too much anything anymore. It's nothing really too much anymore that I'm seeing right there. Again, ABEO did come out with an offering. I was also seeing you guys said, I think DXR, something along those lines, got halted. DCAR had a merger agreement news. DCAR had merger agreement news. Drop car, and let me see, that's currently halted, and that gets unhalted when DCAR, you guys can see right here, currently halted, gets unhalted at 9:50. So if you don't like anything, possibly DCAR may get some hype if you don't like anything at all. So that one, may get some activity towards it. Will's Trading Adventure, what? Send me an email, buddy, on what you mean, and I'll be happy to send it over to the programmers. No problem whatsoever. Help you out. All right, let's see what we have here, guys. I got to switch this over. So what stock will do the best today? Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Share the results. Stop the poll. CBIO, MITR, MNPR. So kind of going in reverse right there. You guys think the number one top gainer of yesterday is going to be the best play today. So you guys think the number one top gainer of yesterday, CBIO, will be the best play. So we're going to put CBIO up on top. And then you guys are thinking MITO deserves to be on the bottom. That stock is starting to get a little bit weaker right here as that stock's actually starting to drop on off. Actually, I'm thinking about a possible order on MITO just because it's so low. I'm thinking about a possible order just because it's so low on these plays. Market opens up in 2 seconds here. Market is now live. Market is now live, guys. So we are up. I'm keeping my eyes on MITO to see what type of volume is going to move in. Right now, MITO is all the way down, getting very, very low, all the way down towards around that 479-ish mark. So MITO actually still dropping. These are, brand new 52-week lows. These are brand new 52-week lows right here on this play. So I'm keeping my eyes peeled on MITO because if MITO pops back up above $5, I think there's going to be a lot of money to be made on this stock. So I'm keeping my eyes peeled right now on MITO. CBIO, here's your bounce play. CBIO, you're at your bounce play right now. You're at your bounce play right now if you guys are interested on that stock. Okay, so we have MITO at brand new 52-week lows. CBIO is, currently at the just came on down towards that 200-day moving average. And then what MNPR is still trying to fight. And MNPR, this play, again, this is a little bit of a crazy play as well over on MNPR. That's the new IPO. So that got halted really quickly. MITO is still dumping. MITO is still dumping at this time. So still getting lower. I am watching that one. I want to see if I can U-shape back up and around. So I want to see if that's going to be able to U-shape back up and around, re-break of $5. I want to see if MITO is going to be able to come on up. But we do have MNPR that just got halted. This is the new IPO, very risky play, but you could definitely make money. After that, CBIO bounced right off that 200-day moving average. Watch for a U-shape pattern to form. So I did not get filled on my CBIO. I was liking the 200-day moving average bounce play. That happened really quick, though. That happened really quick. for that 200-day moving average bounce play. MITO, I'm watching for a U shape and a rebreak of $5. So watching for a U shape, a rebreak of $5. CBIO already got the bounce play down towards that 200-day moving average of 717. If you're like, Deck, well, would you do it again if it comes back down? That could show weakness. Usually I would want to see a bounce off it like right away and then it to start U-shaping back on up. So right now we actually could have a little weakness. We actually need to hold 717. And then after that we have MNPR, which is again more of the risky play because we don't know anything about it, but that stock is halted and moving on up. So everyone got the game plan? Number one, if you guys don't know the game plan, I'm saying it blunt, honest, straightforward right now. CBIO just bounced off the 200-day moving average. We want it to hold this 200-day moving average. Anything below 717 is going to show weakness. The stock has hit the 200-day moving average. You don't want it going back on down. If you're saying, oh, I'll buy it on the next bounce play. It already had its bounce. Now you want strength to come up and break through the 750 mark. MITO, this is brand new 52-week lows. You could look for an entry down towards this area and a rebreak of $5 or a rebreak of 480. That's where again we may start seeing a little bit of volume moving on this play. So be ready in case MITO starts getting any sort of volume towards it. We could see a nice dead cat bounce. Last but not least, MNPR is a little bit up in the air. We don't have any past chart history pattern, no 13 EMA, no 50-day moving average, no 200-day moving average, no RSI, no float, no anything, no resistance lines, no support lines really. MNPR, it's a coin flip, but you can make a lot of money if this stock again moves in your right direction. So it's again, little all over the place right here, but those are the three plays if you guys are interested on them. CBIO, there's a nice little U-shaped pattern formed. Nice little U-shaped pattern trying to form right there. Trying to do a little bit of that red to green move. I'm going to turn off pre-market for the moment. So you can see trying to get a little bit of this red to green move and shoot it back up towards around that $8 area. That one's trying. That one's fighting. MNPR, that one should get unhalted. Let me check that out real quick. I know that got halted really quickly, so it should only be around 5 minutes. MNPR, it does not have a resumption time yet. It got halted at 9:31 and 3 seconds. So if it's a 5-minute halt, it will be at 9:36 and 3 seconds. So it will be at 9:36 and 3 seconds if it's a 5-minute halt. Right now, CBIO is fighting. That's 750 mark. We'll definitely go back over in about 1 minute over on MNPR to see if that's going to be able to hold on up. So again, nice little start to this morning. Nice little start to this morning. We'll see again how many plays are going to actually be able to continue to move on up, where this volume is going to be heading, where this activity is going to be going next. So MNPR, let's go check on this play right now. MNPR, I'm going to put this one up on the top level too. MNPR, and a little sign out right here. MNPR. We are starting to get a little bit of MITO action as well. So MITO action starting to get a little bit of hype. I am watching that play because I think that's a good play within my price range or within our price range that we can go ahead and make some money. So I am watching that play as well to see if that's going to start breaking upwards. Right now, the stock, the MNPR should get unhalted in about 3 seconds. MNPR, let's see if it comes out. MNPR or MITO starting to get a little bit of action. MITO. There is the con about MITO right here, guys, is there is a little bit of a spread. There is a little bit of a spread on MITO, which is about 30 cents. I am leaning towards the stock a little bit though over on MITO, just because I think there's potential if this thing could re-break that $5 mark. Now, granted, there's a 22K sell order at $5, which is going to be a pretty tough barrier. But breakthrough $5 is where the stock could start getting a little bit of momentum and start popping on up. MNPR seems like right now it is on more than a 10-minute halt or more than a 5-minute halt right now. So I am, still keeping my eyes on MITO just because we've seen so many dead cat bounces. Like look at the little red to green move I think that may be forming. Right? We do have this little U-shaped pattern right here. Right, we got this little U-shaped pattern. I'm looking for that $5 break for that dead cat bounce. Just hit brand new 52-week lows. So that's why I'm still again kind of keeping my eyes sharp towards that plays. MNPR is a little too wild, a little too crazy, and we don't even know when that's getting unholted yet. The next time it can get unholted would be a 10-minute halt, which would be at 9:41 and 3 seconds. The 9:41 and 3 seconds. So MNPR still waiting for that to get unholted. MITO, we're waiting to see if that could get the break of $5. And then we also have CBIO. How's CBIO doing? CBIO looking a little bit weaker. All right, so I'm going to leave MITO on the bottom for basically the break of $5, and then I'm going to have MNPR, which is on the top, waiting for this one to get unholted. So let's see where these plays are going to come out at. PHAS, nice continuation. $8 would be your main target if you're interested on PHAS. Nice squeeze pattern. This has been one that's been moving up the past 2 to 3 days now. We actually haven't had the stock on our little squeeze setups. Again, we have a couple different squeeze setups, but yeah, $8 would be the target. On PHS, 650 would be your support line. There you go. There's a couple, squeezes right there. MNPR, trying to see if the stock's going to get unholted in about 3 minutes. What else do we have? RED. Check that out. RED getting a little bit of a pop. That was also yesterday's top gainer, right? So RED also a little bit getting a little bit of a pop. So nice move right here. This is from continuation of yesterday, and this is kind of what we're looking for. Yes, on CBIO, right? If we look back at a 5-minute time frame, CBIO was a big top gainer. We're looking for continuation today. Same exact thing over on RAD. RAD, this was a top gainer yesterday. Didn't really go on a massive spike yesterday. It was more of a slow and steady type of mover. But it's kicking off this morning. It's getting some volume. Kicking off this morning, it's getting a little bit of activity over on RAD. Right now, I'm still keeping my eyes over on MNPR, which is again the coin flip. It's a little bit more on the risky side, right? You could definitely have a game plan, but there's definitely a little bit more risk towards a new IPO. Regardless, we are seeing a lot of buying volume. We are seeing the stock halted on buying volume. The stock should have a nice little gap up, and a lot of traders are moving their eyes and attention over here since, again, this is the best gainer so far today. Right now, it's 9:40. If this is a 10-minute hold, it's going to get unhalted in the next minute or so. Right now, MITO not breaking $5 yet. MITO, no gain there. Nothing there. CBIO still trying to pop a little bit, so I'm going to put CBIO on the bottom level too. CBIO is on the bottom level too, guys. As this stock is trying to U-shape up and around, see if we can break that $8 mark and get that nice little pop. All right, MNPR. If it's a 10-minute hold, it's coming out in about 5 seconds. 10-minute hold. If MNPR is coming out in about 5 seconds here. See? Should be right now. Nope. Still over a 10-minute hold now. So we are over a 12-minute hold now on MNPR. So it really just comes down to the next 5-minute increments. Next 5 minutes, 5-minute increments to see where this is going to be next. Right now, we are seeing some CBIO action as well, right? CBIO trying to get the pop, trying to get the move, right? We bounced off that 200-day moving average. This is what we talked about. MNPR is also back now. MNPR just came back. Also, a CBIO is trying to move up towards around $8. So MNPR, this stock is back. A nice shot, a shoot up right up towards around $38. So right here, MNPR, nice, rip up towards around that $37 mark. Also, CBIO trying to get up towards around the $8. Basically, any sort of movement right now is MITO. So MITO not happening right now. MNPR, as you talked about, really crazy, really wild. You kind of have to stick to your guns on that play if you really want to get into it. And then CBIO was a perfect bounce off the 200-day moving average, now trying to move on up. So MNPR now, guys, now coming up towards around $41. So MNPR coming up towards around $41 at this point, as this stock is still moving. A little bit of an upper shadow. And you might say, Deck, does upper shadows mean reversals? On an IPO stock like this, I mean, an upper shadow could mean absolutely nothing. That's the crazy thing about these plays. Rapid says he's making $12,000 on 1K shares. I mean, shout out to you, buddy. That is absolutely awesome. So again, shout out to you. Right now, CBIO. Still, again, losing a little bit of volume. But hey, pretty active morning. Pretty active start. Right? Pretty active start to this Friday. Very nice. MNPR getting a little bit of continuation from yesterday. CBIO, that, kind of followed the game plan perfectly. As we talked about, CBIO dropped on down, bounced off the 200-day moving average. Now, again, trying to bull flag its way on up. I was trying to get filled on CBIO this morning because that was like the number one stock that I was talking about, right? CBIO trying to get filled at that 200-day moving average. That was kind of the main thing I wanted. But CBIO came on down and it didn't fill because it just went so quick. It was just boop, boop, and it came right back on up. So I did not get filled on that play. And then the stock, just has been moving on up consistently, which has been awesome. This is exactly what we wanted to see on CBIO. Fortunately, I did not get filled on that play as it came on down and then popped all the way back on up. But the stock, again, still has been moving its way. So great job if you got filled on CBIO. Great job if you guys got filled on MNPR on that way on up. It is starting to turn from that upper shadow. And then again, for the traders that are saying, oh, Deck, I wanted MITO, there's still potential on MITO. But right now, it's just not there yet. It's currently right around 480 right now. So we're still looking for that $5 break. We're still looking for that $5 break on MITO. And I know some of you guys may want that dead cat bounce play. It's not there until the break of $5, though. But top three plays, absolutely, of course, been all over since the whole entire morning. Top three plays, we've been all over it the whole entire morning. So right here, MNPR just consolidating a little bit. MNPR is still consolidating. CBIO is going to have some very strong $8, right next to $8 resistance. You can see right here, look at this. 790 touch falls. 790 touch falls. Spike on up, 790 touch falls. Right? Look at the past chart history pattern on CBIO. When you look at CBIO, we can tell, right, how many times this stock gets rejected as this play comes up towards around 790. So far, perfect, play on CBIO was entry right down towards around the 200-day moving average. Hold tight, sell at 790. Best play so far. Also, what would be the best setup on MNPR? MNPR basically just getting in right at the start of the day, but we know that is a little bit more of a coin flip. After that, we did hit brand new 52-week lows on MITO. We have not been able to get above $5 yet, but if we can get above $5, that's when we're going to start seeing a lot more momentum. That's when we're going to start seeing a lot more hype towards this play. So I know a lot of you guys are still looking for that dead cat bounce over on MITO. It really comes down to what though? It really comes down to seeing if this play is going to be able to re-break $5, as that's where we'll see continuation. Now you may say, Deck, well, isn't it? Aren't we going to get above $5 eventually? If I had to be honest with you, and I would say, yeah, eventually you're going to get over $5, but I can't tell you when that's going to be. I don't know if that's going to be today. I don't know if that's going to be next week or next month from now. But MITO, the 52-week low is what we hit today, all the way down towards around 430. This stock usually has been chilling at what? $11, $12, $13, $14, $20, right? So this stock usually has really nice momentum towards it. I don't think it's going to be staying down towards these bottoms of 480 for that long. I think eventually we're going to see this thing back up to 5, 6, 7, 8, $10 area. So in the long run, I do think it'll be back above $5. But as of now, again, not really too much on this play just yet. So as of now, not too much on this play. CBIO starting to come back down. If you ask that, could I buy at the 200-day moving average again? You could just make it a little bit smaller, right? You could, but just make it a little bit smaller. And why do I say make it a little bit smaller? Because as you know, what's our example, right? If you are that person that walks out on ice, right? Here's your ice right here. And you jump up in the air, right? You jump up in the air and land on the ice, right? What happens to that ice? It's going to go, right? It starts cracking a little bit, right? You jump up again. What happens? The cracks get a little bigger until what eventually happens? It breaks and you fall on through, right? So that's how support works a lot of the times, right? If we have a very strong support line, the more you test it, right? So if we have the support line, the more we test it, bounce, bounce, bounce. Eventually, we crack on through it, right? So you're gonna crack through the ice if you keep on jumping on it. So that's why you always want to try to nail the first bounce play, as that's the one that always has the best bounce towards it. So always go after the first bounce play, as that always has the best bounce towards it. Right now, just kind of looking through what we have so far. Again, top three plays. This morning's been pretty good. Morning's been flying by as well. It's almost already 10 o'clock, and that's just because we've been seeing, a lot of good opportunities, right? A lot of good opportunities. DCAR, let's check that out, guys. DCAR, this had a merger agreement. DCAR just got unhalted. Thank you again for the heads up on that. DCAR, this may be able to spike really quickly on this play. This had a merger agreement, just got unhalted, signed a merger agreement right here on DCAR, and this play just got unhalted up towards 93 cents. This may get halted. Did DCAR just get halted right here? The DCAR just got unhalted, and this thing spiked right up towards around 93 cents. So yeah, DCAR halted after coming out from merger agreement. Where's the next strong resistance line on this play? Next strong resistance line would really be that 200-day moving average, 133. All right, so 133, 200-day moving average, next target. So this had a merger agreement, got halted right around 9 o'clock, just came out of the halt, spiked on up towards around 93 cents. Currently, the bids are currently right around that $1 mark. And we're going to see if we're going to be able to see any sort of momentum push this all the way up towards around 133, which is the 200-day moving average. So DCAR now starting to take a little bit of volume. DCAR now starting to take a little bit of hype. So look at this. Bids are all the way up towards around 110. I want to see where DCAR. DCAR got halted right around 951. So that should get So that should get unhalted right around 950, 956 ish. So we'll be seeing it. Yeah, DCAR 3 million in float. Came out with this press release right here. It says announces signing of merger agreement. It's a low float stock, signing a merger agreement. And again, if you guys got in on this, nice rip on up, that was an awesome job. It's going to have $1 resistance, which is going to be tough to stay above, right? We know what $1 is the strongest resistance line in penny stocks. Why is it so strong? It's just a very hard psychological number to get above. To get above $1 is a very tough, very strong psychological number to get above, right? And that's because the stock is going from 99 cents to now $1 per share, right? 99 cents to now $1 per share. It's just not easy to get above. It's the same exact thing when you go from $9.99 to now $10 per share. You're going from a penny stock to now $1 per share. You're going from a single digit stock at 9.99 to now $10 double digits. You're kind of moving up in the world. So if we look on DCAR right here, it needs to break $1, hold above $1, and then be able to, get that volume all the way up towards around 133. If I had to say what's going to happen, I would say it looks like it's gonna get unhalted right around $1. I would expect a very quick pop, but then I do think people are going to sell it back down to the $1 area. It's gonna consolidate most likely around $1, and then it could look for another breakout. But I think most likely DCAR is going to open up right next to $1, a little bit at it or above it. Quick pop, probably up towards either 105 or 110, and that's where the stock is going to come back down to $1. People are going to see if it's going to hold. If it does hold, people will buy back in. If it can't hold, it's going to drop on off. Okay? So that's where you just want to have a heads up. CBIO at this time, CBIO starting to drop. It is getting another bounce off where? Look at this. Another bounce off the 200-day moving average. 200-day moving average, another bounce play right here. Right off that 200-day moving average of 717. Little drop, bounce, 717 up towards around 736. But now what's happening? That's the second bounce. So the ice is getting a little bit more of a crack. If we hit it again, it may be the last time. Okay? So we need to understand right here CBIO bouncing on that ice. MNPR halted on the downside. So a lot of action in the first 30 minutes. So let's see what's going to be able to hold on up. But right now, CBIO is starting to crack that ice. MNPR just got halted on the downside. DCAR is halted after the merger agreement. MITO, we're still waiting for a $5 break. Whoa, right? We got a lot going on. Right? RAD trying to hold above $13 at this time. Next thing I want to see right here is going to be DCAR. You should have a nice gap up here. I say watch for a sprint up towards around 110. Watch for a pullback back to $1. We are live. DCAR is live. Okay, DCAR, there's the pop up towards that 115 mark. All right, here's 115, but I would expect maybe a pullback back down to $1 soon. Okay, so it got up to 115. I was thinking around 110. Nice little pop so far. But again, expect maybe a possible pullback because people are going to see if it can hold $1. Right now, it's still doing great. Right now, DCAR is still doing great. All the way on up towards that 115. That's a little bit of the resistance line. 115 is a little bit of that resistance line. We want 105s to hold on the bids. If 105 cracks, then we're definitely testing that $1 mark again. There's a little bit of a new high. Bids have to climb here. Bids have to hold 115. Right? So again, looking at this play, bids have to go up above 115 to push this stock on up. The ask is giving it to it. The ask is, yeah, there it goes. The ask is sitting all the way at 118. The ask is sitting all the way about 118. Again, what's the ultimate sell target? Ultimate sell target on DCAR, anything above 125, you're good. Anything above 125 because 133 is the 200-day moving average. It's going to get halted again. It's about to get halted again, DCAR. So DCAR, you guys are going to most likely hit that 200-day moving average, 133. That's, again, the main target. Boom, just like that. So, again, DCAR, there it goes. And this stock most likely going to get up towards that 133. So, very, very good. It gapped up, ran right to 115, came on down towards I think 106 as the lowest, and buyers kept moving this play on up. So again, didn't even touch $1. That's a great sign for strength. That's a great sign to see DCAR continue to climb here. And now you're seeing bids all the way up 129, 130, 200-day moving average is the next area. If you are in on this play, I would be locking out after this hold. So after this hold, I would be locking up. You're probably going to be seeing a gap up, lock in your profits most likely after this hold. The second hole is usually a tough area, as a lot of people, as I'm saying right here, usually do like to lock in some profits. If you're saying deck, I think it has a lot more in the truck. All right, that's absolutely fine. Lock in half, lock in a quarter, lock in one share just to make me happy. Okay? So if you guys are in on this play, just lock in at least like one share, then it'd be like, all right, deck, I locked in for you. Now leave me alone. All right? No, but seriously, I would lock in probably at least half. If you want to let the other half go, let it go. 133 though, 200-day moving average, going to be a tough area to break out of. All right, so 9:58 right now. Give me 1 second. I just want to switch something up really quickly on my end, but we're all good. Just give me 1 second. I'm just going to be stop talking for a moment. All right. So thank you guys. Right now, DCAR is going to get unhalted in about 2 minutes here. 2 minutes, DCAR should be unhalted. MNPR is now unhalted. So MNPR is now unhalted. That stock needs to hold $35. If MNPR starts going below $35, that will show weakness. As long as MNPR stays above, that $35 mark, you're good, right? So MNPR, if it holds above 35 bucks, you're good to go still. But anything below that mark is a little bit risky. The thing about MNPR, which is crazy, is look at the bids are at 37.12, right? The ask was all the way up at $39. There was about a $2 spread. That means if someone market orders in, the stock goes from $37 to $39. If someone market orders out, the stock goes from $39 to $37. Imagine having 1,000 shares on that play. The moment someone buys in, you're up 2 grand. The moment someone sells, you're down 2 grand. Right? Very crazy. Right now, DCAR is still getting some nice momentum, still getting a nice pop. This should be getting again unhalted soon. OCGN, OCGN, a little bit of a pop, not really. It's very, very small. DCAR has about 1 minute left. Yep, as I said, guys, please understand you have a 200-day moving average at 133. It may gap above 133, but please, please, please lock in half, lock in a quarter. Okay? I'm down if you want to keep on holding for a bit. That's absolutely fine. But just with the 200-day moving average, it's just smart to lock in maybe something. 2,000 shares, lock in 500 at least. 5,000 shares, lock in, 2,000. So DCAR, this should be getting unhalted. And then here we go. 3, 2, 1. DCAR. There it is. Okay, so DCAR gap up towards 142, 144. Gap up to 144 so far. Nice pop. Nice pop so far on this play. I'm going to drag over the level 2. 144 high of the day so far. That was awesome. Let's see if the bids can push back on up. Right now, the ask is given at the bids. Yep, as I was saying, the ask is given it to the bids. There's 150. 150 so far. No, it's about to get halted again. About to get halted again. Try to get in if you can real quick. About to get halted, and it's frozen again. So DCAR, that one is done, and or excuse me, that one is halted right now. So we are on halt number 3 now on DCAR. Whoa, this thing is flying right now. So DCAR, absolutely just ripping at the moment. So this play is just going off at this time. And nice break to that 200-day moving average. Still continuing to see this nice big pop, this nice big move. All right, DCAR, the moneymaker. So this is up 153% on a Friday. I'm loving it. So great job, great work. If you guys pulled the trigger on this play, either on the first again, possible first hold, second hold, now again, possibly on this third hold. Great work, guys. I love just seeing these type of plays, especially on a Friday. And what I love about these type of plays also is how small they are. Right? They're only 1,000. They're only $1. So a lot of people could be buying in on these plays and be able to change your account. So again, awesome job, awesome work, guys. Super happy for all the traders that got in on this play. You guys absolutely deserve it. And again, Creeker, if you're saying I sold way too soon, that's never again. That's the best that's the best problem to have in stock trading, right? And that's usually my stock trading problem. If your problem in stock trading is you sell too soon, you don't make as much money as you want, right? That's not a problem to have, right? That's a rich person problem. Oh, I only made $300 today. Oh, I only made $500 today, right? That's a rich person problem. So if with all the different errors people make in stock trading, not getting in, not holding the bag, over trading, buying it at highs, getting scared, not being confident, not working hard, paper trading, all these reasons on why people lose in the stock market, and your problem is you don't make as much money as you want. That's a great problem to have, right? That's usually my problem. Usually my problem is what? Either A, locking in my profits too quickly, or B, again, sometimes not getting filled on a play because I put it a little bit lower because I try to get just a couple more bucks. I would say that's my problem. If I'm A, dip buying, I put it a little too low sometimes because I try to snatch that absolute bottom, or B, I lock in my profits too quick. But again, when people are having problems with over trading, and people have problems with chasing, and people have problems with bag holding, and people have problems of being fearful, and people have problems of just not staying disciplined and just doing whatever the heck they want as a gamble. If my problem is I'm only making $300, $400 a trade, that's okay, right? That's not a bad problem to have. So DCAR, we'll see. We'll see how much this thing has. And I'm sure everyone has their own problems, right? You can probably think to yourself, "Oh yeah, I keep buying stocks at highs. I keep chasing. Yeah, I'm always the person that I get in on a play and I just never sell it because I hope it comes back on up. Yeah, I'm the person that I buy 10 different stocks a day, just trying to get that big top gainer, right? We all have our problems, right? That's okay. You work on them, you fix on them, you make yourself a better trader, right? But if your problem is you're locking profits too early, you're being smart about things. You're taking your profits when you have them. Because I guarantee there's going to be people out in the world that are up right now, 600, maybe $1,000 on DCAR, and end up in the red. I guarantee it. I guarantee there's going to be people out there in the world that are up right now, maybe over $1,000, and they end their day in the red because they just never ever lock in their gains. DCAR going to be keeping this one on watch. We do have a new IPO, INDO. INDO, little new IPO. DCAR should be getting unhalted any moment now. So let's go back there. But again, thank you, Crystal Ball. INDO, new IPO. So let's see where DCAR is going to get unhalted at. This is again the moneymaker of the day. It seems like it's going to get unhalted around that 160 mark. 160. The stock should be getting unhalted any moment now. It got halted at 10:02:21. So that means it should get unhalted in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And we are back. So DCAR is back. It went up to 174. A little bit of an upper shadow. Let's see if it can break on through 175. Oh, right now, again, tons of volume. Tons of volume over here. But the thing is, when's the top? We just went from 58 cents to 175. When's the top? What's going to be our first red candle? Be careful if this is our first red candle. 150 is going to have to hold that support. We need to see 150 support. 175 is the top right now. We are getting a little bit of a crack. We might see a halt on the sell side. The ask is building, might get halted on the sell side. We are halted on the selling side now. Halted on the selling side now. So just like that, reversal, long upper shadow. We are now coming on down. Scream, Mayday, Mayday. No, abort, abort. We are now falling on down. So you see big green candles, nice big spike right here. Upper shadow. What does the upper shadow stand for? It stands for, again, climbing that mountain and putting it at the top. I know you guys have seen it, but I just like to reinforce it, right? We are climbing a mountain, and what do you do on the top of Mount Everest, right? If you climb to the top of Mount Everest, when you get to the very peak right here, you want to let everyone know that ever comes up there that you were there. So what do? You stick your flag at the very top, right? And you say, woohoo, woohoo, I did it, right? So again, you go ahead, you stick your flag at the very top right there, and, saying that you did it. And then what do? You go back down the other side. So that's what happens a lot with stock trading. If you think about it, is you climb the mountain all the way on top. This, again, peak right here is basically like your flag, right? That's your flag, that upper shadow. And then again, you usually go back down the other side. So there you go. All right. Yeah, you like that? Woohoo! Yeah. So DCAR starting to head back on down, and we do have a little bit of an upper shadow at this time. So this is going to be another 5 minutes right here before this stock, starts coming back on down. And we can also see that this play right here is also going to get halted a good amount. When's the next bounce play? Rapids thinking 120, not a bad area. I'm also, again, something you also want to think about is that 200-day moving average may try to hold up as some sort of support line, maybe like that 133 area. The 133 area may get a little bit of hype. All right. So DCAR, awesome work, awesome job. And we want to see if that's going to be able to hold. Now, if this stock starts dumping on off, that's going to kill a lot of volume in the penny stock world. Do we have anything going on in the penny stock world? CBIO. CBIO? Right? You with your boys in Minnesota. And what happened? Eventually, you jumped on the ice and you cracked on through. You keep jumping on the ice of the 200-day moving average, you start cracking through it. So, again, you can't be playing out on the ice and just keep jumping on it until the stock, again, dumps on off, right? So CBIO is getting a little bit weaker. How's MITO doing? MITO is still building a little bit of higher lows, right? MITO is still trying to build some higher lows, right? If this stock could ever get above that $5 mark, MITO could start getting some action. So it really would come down to break $5 on MITO. That's where we could start seeing a little bit more action, start seeing a little bit more activity. DCAR is head honcho. This is head honcho right now. Okay? So DCAR, if this stock starts dumping on off, that will again hurt a little bit of the volume as people are saying, hey, you know what? We saw the best play of the day. But, DCAR, we'll see if this one's going to be able to bounce on up. MNPR, how we doing? MNPR moving a little bit more sideways. The good news is that it's holding its gains. It's not dumping. The bad news is it just isn't spiking right now at this moment. But, The fact that it's able to spike from $10 to $40 and hold its gains, that does show strength. Does show good strength that it's able to spike up to $40 and not just dump on off. Because mostly when stocks, spike on up, like for example, DCAR, they do come on down, right? LXRX, you guys really don't need LXRX because it may look like, oh, it's making a little bit of a U-shaped pattern, but you got to look in pre-market. Where was the stock in pre-market? This was all the way up above $6. So LXRX is actually at the very bottom of its chart still, right? And that's why it's really not that, great. RAD, little bit of a pop, RAD. So let me type these out. Let me just type out, what the heck we're looking at since there's kind of so much. So we got stocks to watch right here, right? We're going to have MNPR, right? MNPR, we want to be looking. Watch for a $40 break. So watch for a $40 break. After that, we have DCAR, right? Watch for a 175 break, right? We have RAD. Watch for a $14 break. And then we also have MITO. Watch for a $5 break. All right. Also, DCAR is back. DCAR is back right now, guys. So these are the stocks that we want to be looking at this time. 133 is the 200-day moving average. 200-day moving average on at this time on DCAR. So that could be a little bounce play. That 133-ish mark. Right now, it is trying to hold on up still. DCAR getting some good action. Little side note, I'm going to put MITO on the bottom level too to see if that tries to creep its way on up at all. Because MITO is up towards around 189 right now. So that's, definitely trying to work its way. DCAR, I'm going to switch that back over to a 1-minute time frame so we can get more detail about that play. Yeah, very hot Friday. Very hot Friday. Very hot, very active. A lot of good activity right here. A lot of good volume. I like it. I like what we're seeing on DCAR. I like what we saw, earlier today on MNPR. I like what we're seeing, if MITO could ever break. Right now, again, here comes that 133 mark. See if it can hold that 133 area. All right, see if we can hold that 133 area. It can hold that 133 area. There's definitely a lot of potential. So DCAR 133 getting a little bit of that bounce. So 133 getting a little bit of that bounce play so far. And I can see right here again, just keeping my eyes peeled on this play. I just want to see what's going to happen on this stock. See how much momentum is going to push on through here. But keeping my eyes on that play. Also, MITO is still creeping. I know some. I liked MITO a lot at the start of the day. Right, I liked MITO a lot at the start of the day, and I was really looking for MITO to kind of turn into. I wanted it to kind of turn into our main play today. That's what I wanted it to do. To see if that thing could ever, get and break that $5 mark. So that's what I was looking at to see if that was going to ever happen, but then it really just dropped right on off, and I was saying, all right, hey, maybe a possible red to green move, but it has not been able to get it yet. But I just think again that's so low. Eventually we should be able to see a little bit of a pop back on up. DCAR still holding that 133 mark. DCAR 133, right? 200-day moving average. The moving averages are just such a strong resistance line, right? Moving averages are so strong. You guys just always want to be checking those moving averages out. They're going to be holding up as the best areas, right? The moving averages are just so important. So let me just look around right now. Again, I typed out that list of everything we want to be looking at. We can definitely tell, like we can even like feel. Do you guys have that same feeling that I get? It's like where, when it's super hot, you can kind of like feel or kind of know that it's like super hot. And when it's a little bit slower, we kind of like feel that's a little bit slower. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But I definitely feel like when it's super hot, you can like feel it, and when it's super slow, it's you can also like feel it. It's like, oh, I don't really like sense there's really too much going on in the market. This morning so far, awesome morning. We had DCAR popping on off, right? We had the new IPO popping on off. MITO was something I was watching out for. We have RAD, and again, we still have good opportunity, a lot of good opportunity. So we'll probably be going all the way up towards around 11 o'clock today, as long as some stocks hold on up. Yeah, and again, definitely Fridays you could definitely get some nice opportunities, right? Not always going to be there because again, lack of press releases, but absolutely, right now today we're seeing a lot of great opportunity on this Friday. Loving it. We feel it. We feel it as well. So RAD, little sign up guys. If you guys are interested on in trading RAD, go ahead and you guys can put boom a trend line right there. So RAD trend line right on this mark, and you can see bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play. Where do you think would be the best entry on RAD? Best entry would be down towards around 384, 380. Where would your stop loss be? I would probably say like 374, right? Because if you go down towards around 374, all right, you're underneath the VWAP, or excuse me, you're underneath the trend line. So why 374 deck? Well, 375 is a nice natural support line. So even if it did crack a little bit, maybe again you could bounce off that mark and get back above the trend line. So if you're interested on RAD, again, trend line support right now is right around like 1385. I would put maybe again your support line or your stop loss down towards like 1373, 1374. So if you're looking out on RAD, that's what you'd want to look at. And if you're in on RAD, you're good to hold. You are good to hold RAD until the stock does what? Until the stock cracks the trend line. When the stock cracks the trend line, you guys know it's done. You guys know it's time to move on. You guys know it's time to get out. You don't want to get caught up in something that looks like this, right? Where RAD just drops on off, all stop losses are hit, and the stock falls on down. So you can see right here, stock just collapses when all stop losses are hit, but you're good to go as long as it holds that trend line. Yep, Rapid, I know you love to trade on Fridays. Some people love to trade on Fridays, right? Absolutely. My favorite day to trade is Monday. So my favorite day is Monday, right? I probably, have my least trading on Friday. But yeah, if Friday is your favorite day to trade, absolutely. Get after it. So again, that's the best thing. Best thing about being a stock trader is, you develop your game plan, you see what you like, right? And that's why I say no one can tell you, if you're trading right or wrong if you're consistently winning. If you are consistently winning, right? You are doing something more than 80% of people are going to do, aren't going to do. So most people, again, could be like, oh, you're trading wrong. And it's like, well, I'm winning every single trade. So, find your niche. Find what works for you. If you love trading on Fridays, get after it. Trade on Fridays, right? If you keep making money on Fridays, get after it. Make that big time money on Fridays. That's awesome, right? My favorite day of the week is Monday, but everyone probably has their favorite days or their least favorite days. So it really just comes down to you on what you're thinking and what your past performance is. But again, don't let anyone influence you on anything different. My favorite days Monday through Friday. There you go. So favorite day Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday stink. Saturday again. What do I have to do on Saturdays, guys? The stock market's closed. I have to sleep in. Half the time I have to hang out with my girlfriend. I don't ever want to do that. That's awful, right? Sunday, right? Sundays are awful. The stock market closed once again, right? Just after that, you know, so yeah. So Monday through Friday, way better. I'm just kidding, guys. I just like giving her a hard time. She'll probably ask to be taken out to dinner or something. Last thing I want to do is hear her talk to me. Goodness, can I please just stay here and work all day? No, she is not in this chat room. Thank God, or I'd be getting a beating of a lifetime. Yeah, Sundays I enjoy. Football day, I enjoy that. But that is slowly coming down to an end. So that is slowly coming down to an end. The football day. And yeah, so that's getting tough. Tomorrow, or Sunday is actually the biggest day of the year for me. Your boy made it to the fantasy football championship. $1,400 on the line. So I got to come out on top. Regardless, I'm making at least 500. But I'm really into fantasy football. Do my research. I'm in 3 leagues. Every single one of them, I'm in the championship. That's how you know. We can talk. Scream will talk about it later on, buddy. Right now, again, I know there's people in here who do not care whatsoever, and I understand that. And I want to again, comfort to you guys. So again, back to stock trading right here. What do we have here? DCAR trying to hold on up. DCAR trying to hold on up. U shape and break that 150 mark. Where is it having trouble? Right? Where is it having trouble? You guys already know. Right here. Right? 200-day moving average. 200-day moving average. It's having trouble. It's starting to fade below. Starting to fade below this line. 200-day. And it needs to, again, get above 133 if it wants buyers. It's not going to bring in the big buyers unless it gets above 133. So it's not going to get above the big buyers unless it gets above that 133. So DCAR, we're going to keep in that one on watch to see where this play is going to be going. Also, MITO still slowly trying to move on up. MITO still slowly trying to move on up. MNPR, where are we at here? MNPR, nice pop. Let's put that one on. Look at DCAR, guys, starting to get weak. DCAR starting to get a little bit weaker. So let's put MNPR up on the top. Let's put DCAR on the bottom, and then if MITO could ever come up towards if MITO could ever come up to $5, that's when we can start looking at that play. But right now, MNPR probably again, this thing is still holding on up. As you can see, broke through its channel, right? So we had what? Just make these plays simple for yourself, right? I'm all about simplicity, guys. There's no reason to be making things, more difficult than they have to be, especially in the stock trading world, right? Especially in the stock trading world. We know things get very difficult, while trading. We could talk about saying, okay, watch for the 13 EMA to cross over the 200 VWAP, and if the VWAP MACD doesn't reach the RSI pinnacle, then you don't want to see a push. But your limit order may exceed a buying power if the market order converses with the extraterrestrial vision. It's like, what the heck did you just talk about? Right? You don't have to do it like that, right? How can you make stock trading? Here's support, here's resistance. If we break above resistance, we'll get a spike. We go below support, the stock falls, right? Very, very simple when you kind of break it down, right? I don't want to be the person talking about big vocabulary the whole time, trying to talk tough to confuse you guys of what's going on, but just sound impressive. I'd rather have you guys make money and actually learn how to trade stocks. So right here, MNPR, still trying to hold, but it needs to get back above what? Needs to get back above 40, because $40 was its old resistance. Falling beneath 40 is going to put it back inside its channel. Right? So falling beneath 40 is going to put it back inside its channel. So you can see right now it's trying to hold up at this support line. Little side note, MITO slowly trying to make it happen over on MITO.